Konnichiwa, everyone. Welcome to the Weerds podcast, where we talk all things weebish and nerdish. Remember to like, share, and subscribe if you enjoy our content. Today's podcast, Switching Lanes, covers the game Mario Kart. And we're talking about the series as a whole today. Alright, so for those of you who don't know, the Mario Kart game, it features game characters mainly from the Mario series, while also featuring characters from The Legend of Zelda, Animal Crossing, and Splatoon. Players race using all kinds of power-ups and utilize the course to come in first place. The courses are also inspired by the Mario series and other various games. So in the series, there's 14 games total. There's 6 on home consoles, 3 on handheld, 4 arcade games, and 1 for mobile.
I've played the mobile one, by the way.
How is it?
Yeah, I think they discontinued it.
It's probably why there's only one.
It went on for a while, but it soon turned into a season pass kind of game. It turned to like a fun Mario Kart, on the mobile.
Yeah.
And slowly, like I said, turned into you get no unlocks unless you do the battle pass kind of deal.
Mm.
So then it just got boring because then you're just racing to race. You're not racing to have fun.
But the developers of the game, it's published by Nintendo. It was created by Shigeru Miyamoto, and they've had different distributors or developers. First was Nintendo EAD, which stands for Entertainment Analysis and Development, and that was from 1992 to 2014. And then it went to Nintendo EPD, which is Entertainment Planning and Development, and that was from 2017 to the current. And then for the Mario Kart Super Circuit was developed by Intelligent Systems. Mario Kart 7 was by Retro Studios. And the Mario Kart Arcade GP was by Namco / Bandai. And Mario Kart Live Home Circuit, which I believe is the newest one that they made, was by Velan Studios.
I kind of gave up on looking for anything Mario Kart related outside the consoles. So
yeah, I've only really the only one I've actually gone and played all the way through, like done all the tracks, is Mario Kart 8.
That's fair. Most people's first games nowadays after the Wii came out was the Wii version. So
oh, I guess yeah, that one I did too. I didn't play that one as much though. And it was so what was the first game Mario Kart you played?
Mine was Mario Kart Wii. And let me tell you, because it's the Wii, motion controls don't work that well. Oh, they work better when driving.
Yeah.
But they're still not good.
I mean, it was alright when, it was just by the Wii remote by itself. I don't know why, but whenever you attached, that wheel attachment,
yeah,
it just made it worse.
I've tried that once. I think for me, it was the B button. Because you had all the stuff behind it outside the B button.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like it didn't work because you had all that extra space to like reach over.
Yeah.
And I rarely played with the motion control. I would usually just attach a nunchuck and be at it.
Yeah, that's probably the easiest way to do it.
If I felt brave enough, tick.
Right, what was your initial reaction playing Mario Kart?
Honestly, my initial reaction was because at the time when Mario Kart Wii came out, it was one of those. It's Mario first of all.
Yeah.
So of course it was a top game, but it was one of the top games for the Wii. And I knew it was a game I wasn't gonna play by myself.
Yeah.
That's kind of not the point of most Mario games, unless it's a single player Mario game. But when I first played it, I'm like, I'm gonna destroy everyone. Every day, 10,000 laps, 10,000 item blocks, done.
Yeah. When I first played it, I thought it was all right. It was fun to play. But, like you said, it's not a game you really play by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
At least on the Wii, it wasn't. When I got to Mario Kart 8, I played that by myself a lot more. I think it was just like the updated graphics and the other courses. This is a lot more fun than the Wii version, in my opinion.
Yeah, It's kind of like the same for the other two series, Mario Party and Smash Bros.
Yeah.
It's more, you can play it alone, story or not, but it's more fun with people, and that's kind of what the idea is for those type of games.
Yeah. That was the point. I don't know.
Unless you get someone like me who's a little bit of a tryhard. But, anyways.
I've played with people like that, and it can be challenging at sometimes.
Well, just let me know. I'll beat you in a race someday.
Sure you will. Mr. I don't have the DLC yet.
Well, that just means we can't play the courses.
Well, unless we use my game.
Does that work?
2-play version?
Yeah. If I don't have the course, can we still play on yours?
I don't know.
Because I know some games, both people have to have DLC or something unlocked to do it, you know? I don't know.
I would imagine probably. Yeah, probably, because otherwise it's not in your system yet.
Fair.
So what was your personal review of the game, of the series?
Of the series?
Yeah, because that's what we're mostly talking about. Is the series as a whole.
I would say for a racing game, I'd say it's pretty good. I've only played 3 versions of them.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, there's I know there's one more, which is double carts or something like that. In 64. I'm gonna get hate if I get that wrong. But I played the Game Boy version, the Super Circuit.
Yeah.
I played the Wii version, and I have it for the Switch, the Mario Kart 8. Oh no, that's a lie. I had Mario Kart DS as well.
Yeah,
that one was fun. The Mario Kart DS was fun. But overall, as a racing game, it's good. I'd recommend it. Yeah. Especially if you're not into the more realistic racing games like Need for Speed, for example.
Oh, yeah, never played it.
It's a car racing game.
Yeah.
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 But I'd recommend it.
Yeah, my personal review for the game, or for the series, it's if you want to get into, racing games, I think it's a good place to start. And also, if you like watching fun reactions, because how the drivers interact with each other, like when they're passing each other, or when you do a speed boost, it's always fun to watch.
You know what I like to do?
What?
Like when the race is starting, I like to just hit the item button. Because you have no items, so the car just honks, yeah. And just watch all the other characters.
And then just straight up look at you.
And then I still do it, like when they say go and everyone's taking off. Honk.
Yeah. I always do it like, when you drift behind someone and you start to speed up. And I like to honk right as I'm behind them. It's like, I'm past you.
Bye.
Bye.
Peace. I'm out.
Yeah. Yeah, I would recommend the game. I played also played the Mario Kart 7 on the DS. Because it came with the DS.
I remember they had those the packs or whatever. Yeah. I remember seeing them.
So yeah, it's a fun game. It's good to play with other people. Just I advise people don't get too invested, I guess, in it.
Right.
Also, don't get butthurt. You will get hit by a blue shell. You'll get hit by a red shell. It happens to the best of us.
You said it's better to play with people. I would say it's arguably the best to play with people.
I mean, that's what it's designed for.
Because it depends. Unless you go, because what I'm still doing for the Mario Kart 8 for the Switch.
Yeah.
I'm currently just trying to beat all the ghosts to unlock, those special carts and wheels and whatnot. Campaign. Yeah. That's all I'm doing. Otherwise, you need other people to play.
Yeah, otherwise it just gets... You easily beat it. It's pretty boring.
Especially if you know how... Especially if you played Mario Kart before. The ghosts, even at 200cc, aren't that hard to lap or beat.
Especially if you know what you're doing.
Mm-hmm. Good thing they have online features.
No, I tried the online things. It was actually the same as when I played by myself. I kept getting first place easily. I'm like...
Yeah, it's either that or like most Nintendo online servers nowadays, it just crashes.
Yeah.
Someone crashes, which means everyone crashes.
Yeah.
So, pun intended.
Crash. Car crash. Or go-kart cash.
Go-kart? More like go crash.
Make that a t-shirt.
Hey, Nintendo would sue us.
Hey, we just don't put any Nintendo merch on there. Just put a go-kart.
Yeah.
They won't know the difference.
Fair.
Right. So what's your favorite character to play in the Mario Kart series?
Honestly, I don't have a favorite. I know that like lighter, there's a difference between light and heavy characters.
Yeah.
Like there's a difference between playing as Mario and playing as Bowser.
Yeah.
But I didn't really know who I wanted to play as, so I just chose Rosalina and just kind of stuck with her.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, I've pretty much won almost every course with the same character.
Yeah. Yeah. I used to always play Yoshi, and then my brother got me to play the Shy Guy.
Mm-hmm.
So I play as the green Shy Guy because green's my favorite color. So actually one time when my sister and her husband were visiting us, we played Mario Kart, and we just all chose a different Shy Guy. And we just raced as all Shy Guys.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I like playing Shy Guy. His reactions are fun. What's your favorite vehicle to use?
There's a vehicle that I use since I started. Like I went through every course with it.
Yeah.
I can't remember for the life of me what it is, but I mainly just use bikes.
Bikes.
I don't know if there's. I'm sure there is. I don't know if there's too much of a difference between bikes and karts. Personally, I go for aesthetics, and I just choose a bike. Because again, it's called Mario Kart, but you gotta be aesthetically.
Yeah.
You gotta be aesthetically pleasing when you're destroying the competition.
I mostly go with the karts just because I did notice, especially with Mario Kart 8, the drifting mechanics is a little bit different with bikes and karts. Right. It's just easier for me to use the kart than it is a bike.
See, because I used to use karts a lot with Mario Kart Wii.
Yeah.
But the last time I played Mario Kart Wii, and from the transition to Mario Kart 8 for the Switch.
Yeah.
I ended with bikes, so that's the last thing I remembered how to play.
Oh,
so when I came into Mario Kart 8, bikes.
Yeah.
And again, it's just more aesthetically pleasing in a way.
Yeah, and Mario Kart 8, the cart, or I guess technically it's a car.
I know, some of them are carts, some of them are cars.
The car I use it's kind of I forget what it's called, but it's kind of like a sports car. It's a silver sports car. And I attach it with these. There's some of the small wheels, so it gives you faster drive time and it boosts my acceleration. Because that's kind of what I do.
I can't remember the name of it, but the bike that I use, I think it has. The only thing I can remember about it is it has maybe flames on it, or it's like red. It's like some red coloration of flames. I think I just stick with normal wheels. And because I love Nintendo, I got my Animal Crossing paraglide. Yep.
I always use the Hylian Kite paraglide.
That's a good one too. There's a lot of good ones since they added like Zelda and Splatoon and all this other stuff into Mario Kart.
And sometimes I'll just have fun customizing, and I'll get the ship with the wooden wheels and have the cloud paraglide. So it's kind of like the course, the cloud top cruise thing.
Oh, that's good. I like that.
Yeah, I do stuff like that. Speaking of courses, what's your favorite course?
Well, you mean besides Rainbow Road? Because I am that guy.
Which Rainbow Road?
Honestly, especially with Mario Kart 8, where they bring back a lot of the old courses.
Yeah.
I kind of like all the Rainbow Roads ever made, like to their own respects.
I like the Rainbow Road with the train. That's my favorite Rainbow Road.
I want to say that's from Wii. Maybe. I think that's Mario Kart. I think that's the one from Mario Kart Wii.
Is it?
Where it's like you start somewhere and then you like throughout the course like Checkpoint 2, Checkpoint 3. I think that's from the Wii. That one's a good one. Also, the Mario Kart 8's Rainbow Road is really good too. Except for that starting point, that starting loop.
Is which one? So I know that there's the one with the train, there's the one that looks like the space station, and then there's the one with no guardrails.
The one for Mario Kart 8 is the one that's the space station.
Okay.
Where you, at the start, there's that giant loop, and then you go through a space station, and then there's like the 2-step paths.
See, with that one, that's how I trained how to drift. I'm a master drifter, so that's how I trained getting good at drift, is that starting point.
Drifting in Mario Kart's very satisfying.
It is. Especially when you get to the purple spark,
and
it's like, yes.
Even if you have to do it for like 2 seconds just to get that first boost, because you have to drift just a little tiny bit.
Yeah.
It's very satisfying.
It is.
But I like that Rainbow Road. But I would have to go with either the classic Wario's Mine, because back in the Mario Kart Wii days, everyone hated that one.
Really?
At least everyone I played with hated it. But that's also why I chose it every time.
Because everyone hated it.
And I loved it. And you know what? Back then, I was horrible. Now I'm good.
Now you can actually pick it and win.
Right? But I would have to say, for aesthetic purposes and just like kind of theme purpose, I would have to go with the Cloud Top Cruise. The one where it starts off on a cloud, and you're on a ship, and then you go through thunder clouds, I guess. I like that one the most because of the theme and the aesthetic of it.
Yeah.
I hate it when I get shocked by lightning.
As you're going through the air?
So, because you know how they have the booster pads, but some of them get shocked. There have been times where I either get the booster pad like right before it shocks the boost, and I would go. And then other times it's like, oh, it just hit there. It's not going to hit there again. That's not how the mechanics work. Get to the booster, boom. I'm like, what?
Mechanics that you thought.
Exactly. It's the middle one specifically.
Yeah.
I'm like, really? You just shocked this area. What are you doing, game?
Messing you up.
Apparently.
My favorite course, it's actually part of the DLC, is the Ninja Hideaway one. I mean, I think all the DLC are from past ones, right?
I think so.
Yeah. So I don't know which one it's from, but when I first played it, it was like, first of all, ninjas, Shy Guy ninjas, and then this is an interesting course because there's a lot more hidden passageways and a lot more different routes you can take.
Right.
So it was a lot of fun, and I also like Hyrule Circuit because Legend of Zelda.
That's honestly, that is a really good course.
It is a good course, and it's always fun. I actually had never been able. When you get to the Master Sword, it sometimes creates the path where you can jump over it.
Maybe only seen that like 3 times.
I have never, because if you're first, it never opens up for you because you're too soon. But yeah, I've never actually used it.
I don't know if it's on a timer or if it's like you have to do something before on the way there.
I think it's a timer.
Is it? I always thought you had to hit every boost on the way down the stairs.
No, because I always do it.
You do?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've only seen it a small handful of times.
Yeah, and then
it also activates when I pass it sometimes too. Yeah. Like I'll go to the left and I'll see it activate. I'm like,
yeah, and it's like you couldn't have done that a couple seconds earlier.
Also, I like the small detail of the coins turning into rupees.
Yeah,
that's really good. I like that.
Yeah, and I also like the course, the Shy Guy Falls.
Oh yeah,
It's the one where all the Shy Guys are just mining.
Yeah.
It's just a fun little course.
There's a lot of great courses, honestly.
Well, here's a question: what's your least favorite course?
What is my least favorite course? My least favorite course, I don't remember the name of it. It's an underwater course.
Oh, is it the water park one?
Not the water park. The water park one is fine. It's the
Is
one
it
that has the
beach?
giant eel.
Oh yeah, I know
Halfway
what you're
through.
talking about.
The only reason I say that is because specifically for 200 and 200cc when I'm trying, because that's the one I'm stuck on. Because I'm trying to get 3 stars on all of them.
Yeah.
I'm on the 200cc. That last turn, because you're going so fast.
Yeah.
That last turn, horrible. That's a like, if you can't get first place because of that, you might as well just restart the whole thing.
So how I beat it was right after the eel, I just start drifting. And then I accelerate forward. And then while you're flying through air, turn left. And then keep that glide time until you pass that first turn. And then quickly go straight down back onto the road.
See, it was easy. It was easy for me to do that against the ghost because it gives you the 3 mushrooms.
Yeah.
And I would just land as I'm drifting and just boost right through it. So I'm used to that. But it's in a race, you're not guaranteed a mushroom.
Yeah.
And then there have been times where I missed the glide at the same time as a blue shell hit me.
Blue shells are the worst.
Well, that's a different story. For a different time.
That's something out of your control.
Also, the red shells can sometimes follow you in midair. I've had it.
I hate that. I don't think that should be a thing.
Like, I think it's like a second after you get off the the jump, they can still hit you. Because sometimes it'll just fall under you, especially when you're gliding. But sometimes it will just hit me midair. I'm like,
it always hits me midair.
I'm like, what the heck? Because I've seen them like speed under me before.
Yeah, I've never had that.
Oh, then lucky then.
Yeah, I told you this before. I think I sent you an angry text before when I got hit by a red shell, hit by lightning, hit by blue shell, and hit by another red shell.
The one good thing about blue shells though is when you fall off, whether it's on purpose or accident, that delay of invincibility, you just keep going.
If you see a blue shell about to hit you, and if you can, drive off the course and fall off.
Pretty much, and you can always see it on the map too.
Yeah,
if you have that activated.
It also warns you.
That too. That too.
My least favorite course is probably the baby park course.
Really? That's fair.
Just because of the sheer amount of chaos that's going on, and the fact that I keep getting hit by whoever's has that star, because it's such a small course. There's no avoiding it.
I can see why. Yeah, I can see why that one's pretty bad.
Yeah. The other one is that I don't hate it, but I'm not excited to play it.
Slightly annoyed.
Yeah, the Excite Bike course.
Oh.
Just because of the sheer amount of mud patches there are.
That's fair. I think I want to say specifically the one at the end.
Yeah.
Right before you. Yeah, that one specifically, but I get what you mean.
Yeah. But yeah, other than that, most of the courses are fine.
I like Baby Park because I figured out. Because I crushed the ghost, by the way. Even on 200cc, I crushed the fucking ghost. I figured out like the right angle and like the right time to actually start drifting, so I get around the corner so quickly. It's just not a challenge. I've done it online too.
It's easier when it's just you're playing against the ghost. It's just one thing. But when you got 30 other racers on the track.
I think the only hard time I've ever had on Baby Park were the red shells. I rarely saw a star.
It's not really hard. It's just annoying.
I've been hit with a bullet bill before on that track.
Oh, I've been hit by plenty of bullet bills on that track.
It's mainly red shells for me, but
it's because everybody has a red shell, and it always goes to you because you're the main player.
Well, it always goes to the person in front of you, so somehow second place keeps getting red shells over and over and over.
For real.
Like, I could have 3 green shells.
But if you're in second place, all you get is bananas.
Pretty much.
In fact, even when you're in third place, all you get is bananas.
Also true.
Fourth place, you get a mushroom.
Did you know, really just random topic, did you know that someone tested a bullet bill in first place?
Oh, yeah.
It only spawns for like a second.
Yeah.
And it throws you back in the game.
I've done it before.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I never had the patience That's why I watched the video. But
I mean,
it makes sense. It's supposed to help you get closer to first place.
All I'll say is it's not worth it. It's not worth going through the trouble.
Not really.
But speaking of all these items, what's your favorite item to use?
You mean besides being a jerk and using the blue shell?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like you can get rid of the blue shell either.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do about it, unless you wait for lightning to hit you.
Yeah, which even still isn't that common.
Yeah.
My favorite item... Honestly, it's not my favorite item, but I do want to mention it because I think it came from Mario Kart 8.
Mm-hmm.
The boombox item that gets rid of the blue shell. That's a nice addition, especially to older players who's coming to Mario Kart 8, who already has like the experience of playing the game. That's a really cool.
It already went through the trial of not being able to defend against a blue shell.
Right. I actually did see a video, fun fact, of someone outrunning a blue shell with mushrooms.
Hacks. I call hacks.
It's possible, but
not probable though.
Not probable. It's very. You have to get like that perfect frame.
Yeah.
To boost through it. But I like the addition. I think my favorite item would have to be though I don't even know what it's called. I'm just gonna call it the 8, where you get one of every item circling you.
I've never had that.
Really? Oh, it's a rare item.
But
it's basically, at least in Mario Kart 8, it's just like the 8 symbol, like on the logo. Yeah. But you get one of every item circling you. So you have a bomb, a star, red shell, green shell. Not blue shell, obviously. But yeah, the only problem I have with it is you don't get to choose which item you use.
So it's just random. Pretty
much. So you could use the red shell right there and use the star, or even use the star for the first item.
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense. You want to save that for last, right?
Right.
You can use the bomb. Just now you have a bomb in front of you. And you're going to lose all your items.
So...
But it's a very rare item. I don't know what the percentage of getting it, but it is pretty low. I've only seen it maybe twice.
I hardly ever get below 3rd place, so that's probably why I've never actually had it.
I've had it in first place before.
Yeah, all I ever get in first place are bananas and coins.
I've gone red shells in first place before.
Is there something different with our game or something? Because
you have the DLC.
This was before the DLC.
Fair. Well, you go ahead. I'm going to check the percentage of this rare item.
All right, well,
so I think it was also in the Wii version, but under a different name and logo. But
my favorite item from the ones I used, which is basically just bananas, coins, and the green shells. I actually like using the green shells because it's so satisfying when someone passes you and then you use the green shell to actually hit them and it hits.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably the most satisfying thing I had with using an item. But I like using the golden mushroom just because it's fun.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So it's called, the official name of it is called the Crazy 8.
Makes sense.
It was called the Crazy 7 in the previous game, which also makes sense.
Yeah.
But it consists of a mushroom, a blooper, 1 coin, 1 banana peel, 1 green and red shell, a bomb, and a star.
Okay.
But again, you use them randomly. It didn't really give me a percentage, but you use it randomly. But it comes with the blooper at least.
Which one's the blooper?
The one that shoots ink on your screen.
Oh.
Which doesn't help. Which really doesn't help when you're playing against computers.
Yeah, it doesn't help at all. It
doesn't do anything. It's not going to mess up their AI.
It's not. And I will say what I like about when you're hit with the ink, it's fun when you're playing with like the water courses. Because when you go underwater, it erases the ink.
Yeah.
Because,
Or if you go over, or when you go over boost pads too.
Yeah. So I thought that's an interesting thing that
there's good ways to get rid of it. It sucks when you have to deal with it though.
I mean, I don't mind it anymore because I played the courses so many times. I basically can do it without having to see all of it.
Or if you're like mid-air, like in the paraglide sections, and you get inked.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, well, I'm stuck to One Direction anyways, but like really?
Really? You could just not.
Yeah, you had the blooper, but could you just like not do that? So I'm not getting a percentage anywhere, but it's seeing as what you get from it, it's probably the rarest item you can get.
Seeing as I've never gotten it before,
and I've had
say it's
more than
rare.
once. Yeah.
All right, so moving on, give me your rating of this game or of this series. Interesting rating.
I'm gonna give it 20 Marios to 5 carts.
20 Marios to 5 carts. All right. I'll give it
the bike I use as the cart because I like my bike.
And you'll find that out later.
I'll have to look it up later too.
Let's see. I'll give it 40 blue shells.
Okay.
Out of 20 of Bowser shells.
Bowser shell.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if Bowser shell was an item? Like it was
I'm actually
an upgraded green shell.
Yeah, just use green shell and it just grows bigger and just drops on the course.
Oh, that reminds me of something. I don't know what it is. I'm not gonna bother remembering it now. But I'm starting to think of like some racing game where it had the giant shell. Or maybe I'm thinking of a Mario course. You know I think is it Yoshi's Falls? Where it has like the giant egg just going in a circle towards the end of the track.
Yeah.
That one's crazy, if anything, because you can go so many different ways, and even the game doesn't know if you're in first place or not.
Yeah. It's like, oh, you're in first place? No, you're in third. Oh, wait, no, you're in first again.
No, wait, you just went and said, no, first place. There we go.
You got it. All right, so we're going to move to our interesting facts portion of the podcast. Lakudu, which is the guy who starts the race and, if you go in the wrong direction, says do U-turn. That guy, he actually owns all the racetracks. In the original 1992 instruction booklet for the Super Mario Kart, Lakitu greets players, letting them know that he runs this track. So it's basically been confirmed that this is actually all his design.
Interesting. It's kind of like the Mario Party series, where it's mainly Toad being the host. He's like, let's play a game.
I mean, if you think about it, they don't got anything else to do during the actual games.
I mean, again.
So they got downtime.
Mario Party. Let's play with all the villains we want.
Yeah.
Because we're all bored. Bowser, you want to steal Peach this week? Nah,
man. I need something new in my life.
You want to go catch ice cream falling from the sky? Yeah, sure. Let's go do that.
Why did we do that in the first place?
Also, real quick, because I was still looking up to seeing if I can find a percentage.
Yeah.
On the Mario Kart wiki, all it says is, under trivia, it is the rarest item in the game.
Okay. We figured that, but alright.
That's the closest we're going to get to a percentage. Yeah. Anyways. This next fun fact, I actually did know beforehand. Kind of forgot, because it's a fun fact. You're not meant to remember it as often as you could.
Yeah.
But in the original Japanese version of Mario Kart, I want to say, I might add on to this, I want to say it was, I don't know if it's every Mario Kart. It may have just been like the older, like Game Boy or 64 games.
Mm-hmm.
But Bowser and Peach celebrated with bottles of champagne when they got first, obviously, because that's what first place does. Which followed up with them drinking the entire bottle on the first place podium. Obviously, this was taken out in the American release because Americans
can't deal with alcohol, apparently.
But it was in the older games anyways.
Yeah,
I think it was like the Game Boy games, maybe.
From what I could tell, it was just from the original first 3 games, I think.
Yeah, it was the start of it, basically.
Yeah.
Obviously, they got rid of it after those, but it's never here in America either.
America has a lot of censorship.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit.
Not a lot of
Which is weird when you think the common, mentality is that America is a lot more wild and rowdy. Meanwhile, Japan's a lot more, conservative and wants to, separate that line. Except for when dealing in games and in anime, apparently.
Right. America's kind of just America,
Yeah. But, nah. Drinking champagne on the podium, that's too much for Americans.
Isn't that also what race car drivers do if they get first place anyways? Like they'll during the cheering they'll just have a champagne and they'll
and they'll spray the champagne around over everybody.
I mean
that's probably where they got the idea to do it.
They
decided not to waste it.
They didn't waste it. They drank the whole thing.
Is it wasting if you're using it for its intended purpose?
Is it wasting it if it's a bunch of pixels? Go on.
Anyways, moving on. The Thumps and Womps, the animated brick-like characters that block the player's path, they're actually inspired by Nurikabe spirits from Japanese mythology. They're yokai that manifest as an invisible wall that impedes or misdirects travelers walking at night. The name Nurikabe actually translates to plaster wall.
Have you played Okami yet?
No.
There is actually a kind of a womp character that acts as.
Well, isn't Okami based on Japanese mythology? So that makes sense.
Well, sure, but that doesn't mean they have to add it.
Yeah, true, but yeah.
And the only times you really encounter them are maybe once or twice because they're part of the in the way of the story. Yeah. All the other ones are optional. But one thing I did want to add to the Mario people who don't know Mario, the Womps are, because they're both brick-like characters, like you said.
Yeah.
The Womps are the ones that are more stationary. Yeah, the ones that are more stationary that kind of just crush you.
Yeah.
Womps are the ones that can actually move. They're the ones that actually have the legs and the arms.
You said Womps for both.
Same thing. Bricks are bricks.
So which one's Thump and which one's the Womp?
Yes.
All right.
Cool.
People at home, I'm sorry, but this is what it's like.
People at home, I'm not.
And that's why this happens.
As the final fact of the final fact of the funnel. Super Mario Kart is played in the same universe as Super Mario World, the first SNES Nintendo title game. Which I didn't know, but that makes sense.
Yeah. And while I was looking that up, they actually showed both maps side by side, and they're exactly the same.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I can see that.
Yeah. Interesting little tidbit there. Alrighty. Well, arigato everyone for watching. We hope you enjoyed this episode. If you liked our content, remember to like, share, and subscribe, and make sure to hit that notification bell to keep updated. We look forward to making more content. Sayonara.
Bye.